It's the Missknockout show, we on the airwaves. So like, if I, share if I, bless if I the flow. It's the Missknockout show. Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do brokeify, now we amplify. Stay blessed if I let the energy fly. Hit that tapify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's the Missknockout show.
Missknockout show. Hot topics, beats and the glow.
You rockin' with Missknockout. Let's go. Let's fuck.
There we go. There we go. Yes. Welcome everybody to the Missknockout show. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's share the live. Let's tapify. Let's shareify everybody. And come on in. How's everybody doing today? Once we get everybody in the room, we'll start. All right. So everybody come on in. Hope everybody enjoyed their, wow, the weekend went quick again. I tell you, every time we turn around, the weekend is going quick. The week goes quick. The weekend goes quick. Woo! What's up, Deshaun? How you doing there? What's up with you? All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to the Missknockout show. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying their week. And, I've been working as per usual. I got my other visuals out. Just to hold everybody over until I get the real video done. We'll be working on that. So everybody come on in. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Everybody come on in. Let's tapify, let's shareify, let's likeify. Let's get on in. Oh, it feels kind of hot in the NYC. It's kind of hot. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome to the live. I'm your host, Missknockout, as per usual. Everybody tapify, everybody shareify. I see Baby Kim. I see Mississippi in the building. Yes. Come on in, come on in. We got some Sunday hot topics today. We, as per usual, story times, as per usual. So let's build the room up and let's get it popping. We got Teresa's in the room. Thank you for the rose. Everybody, thank you for the orange hearts. Everybody, come on in. Everybody, tapify, shareify. Make sure you repost it. Put it in your story. Let's push it out because the clock sure ain't pushing it out. So we got to push it out ourselves. How about that? All right, everybody, come on in. It's been a very, very eventful every day with the warfication going on. The war is going, y'all. The war is going. And, we just we gotta keep our neck and our eyes and ears on swivel because, man, that thing that starts with a T, boy, he just keeps going like the energy. He just don't care. Did y'all see those, the No Kings March? Those men, No King March across the country, man. The No King March is big, right? Look how big that is, and he still didn't budge. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there figuring out how to send a National Guard out for the next time they do the protests and stuff like that. It's just a doggone shame. But we'll cover a little bit of the war, not too much today. On the weekend, I like to go a little light. Just a little bit, because we always got to hear about that that crap. Aileen is in the building. What's up, Aileen? Thank you so much for the heart buff. I can't set my gift gallery no more, y'all. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's stuck on stupid. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Oh, so it's just stuck. I don't know what it is, y'all, but it's just stuck. It's just stuck on this and it can't get up. So everybody come on in. You know, I can't get the gift gallery going, y'all. I can't. I don't know what it is, but the gift gallery ain't gallery. So I don't know how to fix it. So I guess we got to wait to the gift gallery. The next one is the hearts. Okay, so the hearts, is the hearts up there? I don't know. It's supposed to be the hearts, and it just won't light up, you know. So I don't know. I can't call it, y'all. I can't call it. All right, so we're just going to wing it. We're just going to wing it. Let's see. Gallery deal. Lost by 8 gifts. I don't know what that is. All right, so let's keep it going, y'all, because I can't figure this gift gallery out to save my life. Results in 6 minutes. Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess I'll check back. So everybody come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. I'm your host, Missknockout. I'm trying to grow some wings here because we've been working all day. All right. Did y'all get a chance to check out my new video? Who got a chance to check out my new video? Hey, Charlene. What's up? I feel good. I can't complain. I feel good. It got a little hot over here. I don't know if it's, what's the, Alexa, what's the weather outside? Let's see. It must be getting hot out there. Alexa is busy. Let's see. Alexa. Hello, Alexa. Alexa to Earth. Alexa. Alexa then lost her mind. All right, y'all. Come on in. Alexa's off doing something. I don't know what she's doing. But, hey, everybody come on in. So we're going to get the hot topics flowing and going once everybody comes in the building. Oh, there goes Alexa. What's the weather outside?
The current weather is 52 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Tonight, you can expect mostly clear skies with a low of 45 degrees.
Oh, that's what it is. Hey, Irene. Hey, Irene. Hey, Leckman and Chrissy. What's up with you? Good evening, everybody on the YouTube side. So everybody come on in. Everybody that's here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And make sure you put plenty of likes over here. And we're going to get started talking about some hot topics on this Sunday fun day. How's everybody doing? All right. What's up? Star is here. Hey. All right. So who are we going to start with? So we talked about Tiger Woods. Did everybody knows about Tiger Woods? He got a DUI arrest only because he wouldn't take the PP test. He, took the breathalyzer, which came out to 0 alcoholification. And then he would not take the P test. And then they penalized him for that. And they arrested him, which I think that's kind of, I don't know, it's a little unfair. But it's like, why you don't want to take the test, Tiger? Is you hiding something? Like, take the test. So he's in that. He got out already. All right. So he got to probably go back to court for that. And it's just crazy how that went, Thank you so much for the orange heart. Thank you. Hey, Spooky. What's going on, everybody? Tiger needs a driver. I agree with you. But sometimes, maybe sometime you don't want to have somebody drive you. Sometimes you want to go off by yourself. Sometimes you want to go off by yourself and then, do your own thing. You don't want no driver, all in your business, right? Let's put a little makeup on here, You don't want a driver all in your business. Well, not all the time, sometimes you want to like go off on yourself and go out and do something. The driver's sitting there looking every 5 minutes. I don't know. I think if you're drinkifying, then you probably need Uber or a driver, right? But yeah, so Tiger, he'll get through it, but it's just, why didn't you take the P test? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got something to hide. So the Duggar family is those remember the Duggar family? They had 19 kids and counting, and then the one guy got arrested for messing with the kids. All right. No, it's 50 degrees in New York. It's getting hot, and I got my window closed. I should open the window, right? Let me open the window, y'all. Let me open the window because it's hot in here. It's hot in here. Let me open the window real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's open the window. It's hot in here. Woo. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. And that's much better. A little air coming in. A little air coming in. Ain't hurt nobody. All right, everybody. So come on in. So the Duggar family was the family who had all those kids, right? Hold on. Let me put the camera back on the Y so y'all can see me. And, they had all those kids, and they was doing the YouTube thing, and then all hell broke loose. And one of them got arrested for messing with the kids. All right. They was messing with them kids. And now another one got arrested. Okay. So on March 18th, Joseph Duggar, who was 31 from 19 kids and counting, was arrested in Town, Arkansas on charges of lewd, lascivious, molestification of victims under 12. Whoa, sir. Wow, you're going to have a time in jail when they find that out, right? And under 12, ooh, right? And the alleged 2020 is from 2020 incident happened during a family vacation in Panama City Beach, Florida. And according to the Bay County Sheriff's affidavit, Joseph X, then 9 years old, y'all. Everything's all alleged in Missknockout's life. A 9-year-old girl to sit on his lap, and then later on the couch and had a blanket over her, doing, the unthinkable, right, to the little girl. Wow. And I keep saying it and saying it, that the USA doesn't protect the kids enough. They don't protect the kids enough. They just don't protect the kids enough, I feel. Right? Yeah, it's really sad. 9 years old, I can't even imagine, right? And so the girl, and then he later apologized, and then it stopped. And then Joseph admitted that his intentions were not pure when confronted by the victim's father and the detectives. Wow, I would like to see that body cam footage. Right? I'm gonna try to find it. Maybe they have it out there. That's crazy. And then he waived extradition in court on March 20th and is being transferred to Florida for a 30-day window. His wife, Kendra Duggar, was also arrested separately on charges of endangering the welfare of a minor and false imprisonment. Details are still emerging, but tied to the fallout. So the details are still coming out on what the wife did. Well, this family is jacked up, right? That family, like, you see, you get these families, right? They're on social media, you're watching the YouTubes, and you're like, oh, wow, everything looks jolly. But everything ain't so jolly, and everything ain't sweet on the inside looking out. Hey, Kalila, what's up with you? Hey, Charlene is here. What's up, y'all? We're doing hot topics. Everybody continue tapping, continue pushing the room out. I'm your host, Missknockout. We had a crazy busy weekend. The weekend went like that. I spent all weekend trying to get this visuals done. Did y'all see my new video? Hey, what's up, Chantel? Did y'all get to see my new? I put it on my page. You can see the whole video in its entirety, but it's just a visual to hold everybody until I do the real video. All right, so that's just like a visualizer, because you got to keep stuff going when you're promoting a song. People want to see visuals, so I want to use that to start it off, and then we're going to go and do the real video, and then we're going to keep it going. All right, but let's get back to hot topics. Everybody, let's sharify, repost it on your page, put it in your story. Everybody get your orange heart. All right, we're also going to go on the rainbow, the first link in my profile. We're going to go in there in a little while. All right, yeah, it's cute. You like it, Kalila? Kalila said it's cute. Yeah, yes, I'm happy for you. Oh, thank you, Sean Lee. Thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to keep the promotions going and put some visuals up until we could get to the real visuals. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come on in. Let's get the talking going. All right, so we're talking about these people. They were called 19 Kids and Counting. There was a YouTube family. They was all prim and proper on YouTube, but behind the scenes, their whole lives are falling apart. And there's a lot of messing with the little people in there. Okay, they're doing weirdo things. All right, so that guy was arrested. He's in court right now. His wife is getting charged too with endangering welfare of a minor and false imprisonment, and the details are still emerging about her. Okay, so the jail calls were leaked, and Joseph reportedly were discussing Bible verses, right? Sir, it's too late to discuss the Bible. See what I'm telling y'all? All the people that do all this devilish acts, where do they run to? They run to the Lord. They use the Lord as a mask. Look at that girl who pew allegedly Rihanna's house. She was on there reading the Bible, right? Hey, David, what's up with you? How are you doing? Hey, she was on there reading the Bible, and then the next thing you know, she was crushed, purification, and destroyed.
They were in the church and they run for prayer.
Yeah, they went into the church, right?
That sounds like the girl who pew Riri house.
I know, right? It does sound like her. She ran to the Lord too. They use the Lord as a mask. Not everybody, but some people do that, right? So the jail calls were leaked, right? And he was discussing the Bible, all right? And let's see, what else is going on? So yeah, they was discussing Bible verses, and they were asking for prayers, and had multiple emotional convos with Kendra. That's his wife, and he had only one visitor listed. Okay, so the family restrictions and fallout. The cousin Amy Duggar King said that she was sickened but not surprised. Why weren't you surprised, Amy? Did you know something, Amy? Why wasn't you surprised, Amy? You sound like you knew something, Amy. Mm-hmm. Right? Don't sound like Amy knew something. Talking about she wasn't surprised. Why you wasn't surprised, girl? Wow. So she said that she was sickened but not surprised, and then she broke down crying. And then the brother...
Because he messed with his siblings.
Oh, yeah. Sick, weirdo stuff. Weirdo. This is a sick, demented family. They need to do a documentary on them. I'm feeling like they should do like one of those documentaries on Netflix. Of course, they wouldn't do it, but somebody else would have to do it that knows the story, right? And so the sister said that she was sickened but not surprised, and then she broke down crying. And the brother Jason said, "We are disgusted." And sister Jill Duggar Dilliard, she says, "I hope justice will be achieved." And the brother Jeremiah posted a wedding anniversary amid silence. So he's silent about it. And Josh Duggar, who was already in prison for messing with the little people, allegedly sympathizes via his lawyer. TLC pulled the related content off of the air, and streaming services are scrubbed of all the episodes real fast. They took all the episodes down. See how, the USA got a lot of weirdo stuff, involving kids. I never heard so much weirdo stuff involving kids in no era of my life than this one. Have y'all? It's just a lot of, like, we got to figure out how to protect the kids, because the kids, they mess with the kids because they're kids. They don't know no better. You leading them this way, that way, and they going along with it because they're little kids. Right? At 9 years old, you don't know which way is up at 9 years old. So they got all their episodes pulled off the air, right? And TLC pulled all the related content, and they went viral on TikTok. Crime channels have hour-long Duggar family full timeline videos. That getting a lot of views, but it's not their videos, but it's people making videos about them. And TikTok is in uproar about it. And they have old show clips and new mug shots, and they're calling it, get this, the Duggar curse. The Duggar curse, because it does seem like they're cursed, because they all just are weird, messing with little people. It's just a bunch of, that's right. I agree with you, Spooky. What Spooky said. Yeah, they're a bunch of weird mother effers, right? And so, so that family has another family member arrested, two of them, the wife also. Her charges are going to come out, exactly what she's being charged for. And they're just a bunch of, like y'all said, a bunch of sick mother hubbers. Just sick. Like they have mental problems. People like that have mental problems. It got to be mental. It has to be. It got to be psychologically in your brain to do something to kids. It got to be psychological. Right? So, Chapel Roan Hotel bodyguard drama explodes. Security guard breaks his silence. Okay, so on March 21st, 2026, in Sao Paulo, during a hotel stay, a security guard aggressively confronted an 11-year-old Ada, daughter of Judd Law. Her mother and her mother leaving the girl in tears. Initial reports link to Chapel Rowan's team and her that she doesn't, know her boundary with fans. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're trying to say. They, she doesn't know a boundary of fans. And the bodyguard, Pascal De Vero, famous for working with Beyonce.
Allegedly, I bet the father did stuff to the kids when they was younger.
Yeah, they're a bunch of sickos. I wouldn't put it past them. The bodyguard that worked for Beyonce issued a full statement taking full responsibility, and he insisted that he was not working for Chapel at the time and called the encounter a mistake. How was that a mistake? Chapel's camp denied involvement early on. All right, so let's move on to King Combs. We talked about his house being burglarized. All right. He lives with his girlfriend, Raven Tracy. She's a fashion influencer. And they were vacationing in Bali. And their $3 million Porter Ranch LA mansion was hit. Neighbors heard what sounded like pew pew shots at 12:45 a.m. Actually, suspects were smashing a rear patio sliding door. So they confused that for pew pew shots. And the LAPD responded to a hot, proud
Hashtag
burglary.
Autobits.
Yeah, everybody put hashtags.
Hashtag
Everybody keep tapping. Thank you for the 6K. All right. So they heard the pop. They thought it was
hashtag
a pew,
FYP.
but it was actually the patio sliding door they were smashing, right? And then the police responded, all right? And the suspects fled before entry, and surveillance camera
Hashtag Missknockout.
caught two people on camera. So they're going to get caught.
Missknockout.
Thank you for the hashtag. They're going to get caught. They're going to get caught because the surveillance camera caught you on camera. You know when you going in these rich people's house that they got cameras. Come on now. You need to, you need to take your burglary one-on-one class. They got you behind the
Hashtag
camera.
auto takes.
They're gonna catch them, right? At least they're gonna have their picture. Right. So the suspects, they fled before entry. The surveillance caught two people, and this is the second recent break-in attempt. Okay, so this is the second break-in attempt. The first one was during Diddy's S trafficking trial last summer.
I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Right, nobody got hurt. That's thank goodness. And no one was inside no one inside was hurt, but it's tied to an ongoing Diddy family drama, right? So yeah, so they got the suspects. They're probably going to investigate and see who those people are because they caught them on camera. Okay, so Alan Richardson, the Reacher star, Neighbor Brawl goes nuclear. So this guy, he stars in a show called Reacher Star. Anybody watch that show? All right. Well, he had a brawl with his neighbor, and it went nuclear. And they caught on the body cam. Somebody was getting unalivement threats. Okay. So on March 21st, 2026, in Nashville, Richardson got into a physical altercation with neighbor Ronnie Taylor over dirt bikes. Look what they are arguing over. Look what they arguing over. They arguing over dirt bikes, y'all. Imagine going viral because you arguing over dirt bikes. It must be a slow news then, right? New body camera footage leaked.
Welcome in, chat, follow, tap, share, repost, grab your daily heart.
That's right. Thank you so much, Deshaun. All right. So body cam footage leaked through the clock. You can find it on the tick to the clock. Shows Richardson yelling, he should have run over you. Okay, I guess he was yelling at the neighbors and fearing for his kid's safety. And Taylor claims that Richardson kicked the crap out of him. Police investigated, but no charges for either were found. Wow, isn't that miraculous that the police went somewhere and somebody kicked somebody and no charges were found? Mm-hmm. Wow. So Taylor says that he received over 100 unalivement threats, right? And also saying that he's going to put him in a wheelchair, and I hope your wife divorces you. That's what the neighbor was yelling at him. And he hasn't filed a new report yet, but he calls the incident terrifying. Wow. So imagine being a big TV star, and here you are fighting with your neighbor, throwing back and forth unalivement threats. I tell you, well, these people are still human, right? They're still human. So Britney Spears breaks her Instagram silence after her own DUI arrestification. Everybody, I keep forgetting to put those tappers in the Discord. I'm going to do it tonight because I got to set up my live for the week. But I'm going to make sure I put the tap. I got the one for Android. I got to find the one for Apple. And I'll put it in the Discord. Everybody join the Discord. It's in my link tree. You got to sign up to Discord first, and then you click the link, and it'll invite you in. All right. So Britney was arrested for DUI in Ventura County, California, and she went dark on IG until March 27th. And then she posted some quirky mirror selfies and videos with her 19-year-old son, Jaden. Wow, her son is 19 years old already. Do we feel old yet? Can you believe Britney Spears' son is 19? Right? So the son is 19. His name is Jaden Federline. The oldest son, Sean Preston, was absent. Captain thanks fans for support while spending time with family. Clips get weird fast, and it's classic Britney energy. Fans are split between concern or maybe she's healing. All right. So yeah, so Brittany's online twirling those dresses again after her DUI. You know, she's in there hitting the old bottle and then going out for a spin in the car. You know, once again, these people should have drivers. Brittany, if you're going to get smashified, why don't you take an Uber where you're going? And then you go, all
I
you
hope
want.
not with the knife.
I hope not either. You know, Brittany's twirling around in that dress. Thank you for the orange heart. And you know, going back in the back, pouring some liquefaction, drinkifying, and going out and actually driving herself is wild and is crazy. You know, she definitely got enough money to hire a driver. So that way, if she's drunkified or whatever, and they get stopped, you know, she's not driving. Right. But, you know, people, they hit the old bottle and they think that they could drive. You know, those people that get in the club and they get lit beyond repair. And then you say, oh, you good? Oh, yeah, I could drive. I do this. And their favorite line is, I do this all the time. Well, it's going to be that one time, sir, ma'am, that you know, you don't got this. All right. So let's move on. So Brittany is waiting for her, you know, court dates and stuff like that. But she's back online, twirling in those dresses. So let's go to FKA Twigs. Sues ex Shia LaBeouf over a legal NDA from 2020 settlement. So a fresh lawsuit surfaced in late March. FKA Twigs,
Under the influence like Chris Brown's song.
okay, right, is suing LaBeouf, claiming that the NDA from a 2020 SEO battery and abuse settlement violates California STAN Act, and that bans NDAs in sexual misconduct cases. So if you have a sexual misconduct case, you can't have an NDA because they want the victim to tell everybody everything. So you can't have an NDA. What's up, Ambi? What's up, everybody? Everybody keep tapping. Everybody put hashtags in the comments. How's everybody doing? All right, we're on all platforms. We're on the Y to the TZ. We're on the Facebooksies. All right, we're all over the place. So everybody come on in. Reggie is here. What's up, Reggie? Just came in the building. Thank you for the 10K. Today should be 100K day. Hey, Chris up, Chrissy 10K. How are you doing? I don't know if y'all are all still here. Who's still here on the Y to the Tubesy? Who's still in the building watching? I don't want to talk to y'all and y'all are long gone. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going. So yeah, so FKA's Figs is got a fresh lawsuit. I guess she needs some more money.
Charles Meekin 70K.
FKA said, I need some more money, honey. So we got to draw up a new one. Right? So, you know, she drew up a lawsuit on LaBeouf, her ex, and she said the NDA is no good because she's involved with an sexual misconduct case with him, right? And, you know, LaBeouf allegedly tried to countersue her for violating it, and it reopens the Me Too era allegations with fresh survivor accountability talk. All right. So here we go again. In other words, here we go again. That's what LaBeouf is saying. Here we go again. All right. Hey, Deshaun, thank you for the share. Everybody share for the live. Let's push the live out. All right. It's Sunday Fun Day. Welcome, it's Missknockout. So Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ready or Not 2 cast flee massive Paris hotel fire. Did y'all hear about this hotel fire? All right. So Sarah Michelle Gellar was in there and the Ready or Not 2 cast, and they had to flee a massive hotel fire. I hope they got their stuff out because I'll be running for my clothes. They'd be like, fire, fire, and I go run. And I'll be like, hold up. I got to go upstairs and get my Gucci suit. Right? I got to go get my stuff. Shit, what the freak? So mid press junket, they were in the press junket for their new project on May 25th. SMG, Elijah Wood, and cast evacuated a luxury Paris hotel during a huge kitchen fire. Wow, they must have been cooking up them steaks in there. They was cooking them steaks in there, and then something caught on fire. Right? The lady was outside. She said, I got me a cold soda pop. And I said, good Lord, it's a fire. Dramatic videos of several celebrities in robes. They was fleeing in robes, y'all. See, that couldn't be. I wouldn't be fleeing no robe because I'll go upstairs. I'm getting my whole suitcase packed up. The fire just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna get my suitcase packed up and get all my stuff out of there. I don't know what you thought. Okay, so fleeing in robes. What's wrong with you? Why are you fleeing in the robe? You better go back upstairs and get your shiznit. So they were fleeing in rows, and it went mega viral. The chaos at a fancy event, energies. There was no injuries, but it was pure shareable drama. All right, so they probably got that online. I gotta go take a look at that and see it, but it sounds crazy. All right. So Zendaya and Tom Holland are, getting married. Are they married already, y'all? They had gold band sightings. The Vegas movie promo the wedding rumors. They had rumors that they married in Vegas. Tom was spotted watching her red
carpet. Is clapping. Let's run the lights up. Check things.
Let's run the lights up. We're gonna go on the e-app in a minute, y'all. We're gonna go on the e-app in a minute. Oh, where's my earbuds? Where is my earbuds? We're gonna go on the e-app. I'm not going to accept nobody in the battle because they be talking, and then I got to talk to y'all, and it gets confusing. But we are going to go on the e-app. Let's get the room up. We're at 12,000. Let's get up to 50. Let's get up to 100K, y'all. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. Thank you, love. Hey, Teresa. Hey, what's up? Who else is in here? Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing? Let's do a quick roll call. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. We got Charlene in the building. Clips is in the building. Deshawn is in the building. Love for all vibes. Spooky, Shauna, Chantel, Andrea, Ambia, Precious, RXY Holiday. Aileen is in the building. K-Mac is in the building. Miss D is in the building. Baby Kim, Lee McCann, RP's in the building. Danessa's in the building. Shan's in the building. Manifest the Kingdom's in the building. P.A.T. Pat Vasquez is in the building. Tina's here. Yellow is here. Tiffany's here. Lady Pam, Turi, and user 333 is in the building. Everybody, welcome in the building. If you are new here, make sure you follow me. If you're on the Y to the Tuesday, I don't know who's still in the Y to the Tuesday. Y'all be coming in and leaving out so quick. Okay, but I did see Chrissy and Lekmain and Areen, and I don't know if y'all still here. If you're still here, say hey. All right. So let's keep it going. Okay, so Zendaya, people don't know if she's married, not married. Come on, Zendaya, come out and tell us, are you married, not married? What's going on, girl? So Gypsy Rose Blanchett on TikTok, we listen and we don't judge challenge, where she shrugged off her mother's unalivement and she got massive backlash because of that, right? And then she made a public apology on March 23rd. Did y'all hear about that? Yeah. So Kim Kardashian was filming a wild chase scene in full Vegas showgirl outfit with Will Ferrell in a behind-the-scene clips of a hilarious stuff that they're filming for a movie, I guess, right? So that's going viral. Okay, let's see what else is going on. And of course, the war is going on. And that's the gift that keeps giving, but we got to know about it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you. I can't set my gift gallery. I don't know why, y'all, but I can't set my gift gallery. Right? I don't know. I'm just entering all these entering all these contests and stuff like that, so the clock will push me out. Because they just be forgetting about me. Okay, new goal. Okay, update, new goal. Okay, let's do gift. Okay, edit gift goal. Let's edit it. Hold on, let me see if I can switch this gift gallery. Because it ain't working for me. All right, let's see. Where's those roses? Where's those? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, let's try the hearts. Okay, let's see. Did it do it? No. Nope. It just won't do it. Okay, it did the orange hearts, y'all. It did the orange hearts. I don't know. This gift gallery is bugging out, y'all. It won't light up no more. I'm trying to press it, and it just won't light up. You know, it's bugged out. Okay, let's see. Profile will appear in gift gallery. Okay. All right, but we want the gifts to light up. Like, what's going on? All right, y'all. Thank you so much, everybody, coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how to work this gift gallery no more, y'all. It's just a doggone shame. I set goal, viewer ever going. Okay, set goal. All right, everybody, come on. Hey, M3L. What's up with you? How are you? Okay, let's do the heart me. Why not? Okay, let's try this. Then we'll move on to some other stuff. All right. All right, y'all. So let's move on to some other stuff. All right, the war's still going on. Okay. Let's go to my notes. How's everybody doing? Thank you, thank you. Hey, Miss D. Thank you all for the 16K. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so everybody come on in. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day. The weekend goes so quick. We're shooting hot topics out. All right, so everybody come on in. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. It goes so quick. And then we go into our crazy week again. We got a crazy week. I'll be on Watching the World 777 with Mel on Tuesday morning, and I'll be on every day at 9 o'clock on the Y to the TZ. Well, they really want me to go on 10:30. I don't know. Maybe I'll go on a little later. 10:30 on the Y to the TZ. And I'll be on the TikTok early. Okay, we'll be on TikTok early. And we'll be on Y to the TZ a little later. All right. So let's see what else is going on that we got fresh. You know, Jay-Z is going on tour again. And he's going to be in New York. He's selling out stadiums off the rip. They keep on saying I keep saying Jay-Z's overrated. Jay-Z's this. Jay-Z is the GOAT. Okay, he is the GOAT. All right. So y'all leave Jigga alone. All right. So everybody's getting in Chili's behind. Everybody's getting into Chili. And what did Chili do? Well, Chili got herself in a little bit of, all right? Chili, because she accidentally, according to her, she was backpedaling. I'm gonna find her copping a plea up there. She's getting backlash because she reposted or retweeted something about allegedly Michelle Obama is a manification, and then she came back on and did this whole explanation on how it was an accident. Now, before we get into this story, I would like to ask you, do you think it was an accident that she said that her finger went and she must have was scrolling? And, you know, sometimes it can happen. Do you feel like sometimes you could be scrolling and your finger hit something and repost something and you don't know it? What? Chantel said, what? Well, that's what Chili said. Well, we're going to play it in a little bit, but I want to go through the story first to see why. We're going to see why she was copping this plea. Now, Chili was backpedaling like a mother. Backpedaling like a mother. All right? So let's see. So let's get the. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So now let's get into this. So Chili, and I like Chili, she doesn't seem like she got a bad bone in her body. She's not like I met her once or twice, briefly. She seems like she's a very nice person. But Chili is caught up in a little bit of a pickle. All right? A little bit of the pickle. Okay, so Chili is in a massive scandal right now. Her name is Rosanda Chili Thomas, and she was from one of the hottest girl groups that ever did it, TLC. All right, and she got a story that's exploding across social media, and it is going viral, and it just keeps growing. And here's the backstory of it. I say, so Chili, she's 55 years old. Chili looks damn good for her age. Chili, whatever you using on your face, your body, your workout, your skin regimen, your hair, you need to bottle that up and sell it. I don't know what you're doing, Chili, but you need to bottle all that up and sell it. You got a name for yourself. People you need to find when you become that large and you get that much of a fan base, you need to find something that people can associate with you to sell. Like Rihanna did. Makeup. Rihanna's face was always beat. And she's sitting there in that makeup chair every day, in and out, doing tours, doing shows. And she sat there and probably watched those makeup artists do everything possible to her face and took notes. I take notes when I'm sitting in the makeup chair with the professionals, right? So Chili needs a bottle up skincare, hair care, fitness plans. She needs to bottle all of that. I don't know what she's doing. But here is what she is doing. She's caught in the middle of a scandal. All right. So the drama ignited around March 12th to 2014. Hold on, y'all. So we at 21K. Everybody continue tapping and make sure you go in the playification store and find a tap on your own until I could put it in on the Discord and find a good one for you. All right. But in the meanwhile, we're going on the rainbow. Okay, let's go on the rainbow. Hold on. Let's go on the rainbow. Rainbow's kind of weird. I had ended the live yesterday, and then I looked up today, and it was still saying I was live. There was no picture on there, nothing. Thank God. There was no picture on there. Imagine if you think you logged off, and then you go about your business, and you're walking around the house and naked, snatch it. It happened to me on YouTube one time. I ended the live on TikTok, but forgot to end the live on YouTube, and I snatched my wig off. Yeah, one time Mississippi hit me. She said, "Knockout, don't forget to turn the YouTube off." So in my mind, I said, Mississippi must have seen the YouTube at the end. I could tell I edited in YouTube, but I couldn't edit in Facebook and all the rest of the places. But at the end, I forgot to cut the YouTube off, and I snatched that doggone wig off. Nobody was looking. I snatched that wig off like nobody was looking, and then I looked up and I said, and I had a heart attack. I said, "Oh my God, my worst fears." And I'm sitting there in the camera, I got a stocking cap on, and then I shut it off and I tried to edit, and I only could edit on YouTube. So if you go on Facebook and the X and all those places, you can see me snatching my wig off at the end. Okay? So we're gonna go live over here on the rainbow. So y'all come over to the rainbow. If you don't know what the rainbow is, REIN, not RAIN. Rein. Ray J brought me over there. I keep missing Ray J every night because I fall asleep. He's over there giving away money and all that, right? And I'd be trying to wake up and stay up to catch him, but I'd be so tired because I'm working. Okay, who is she? Mississippi. Mississippi said, "Knockout. Don't forget to turn the YouTube off. Don't forget to turn the YouTube." The other day, I said, "Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So everybody come on in. All right, so we're live over here. We're live over here on the Rainbow. All right, we're live over there. So if you got two devices, come on the Rainbow. It's a new app. So they said the app started in March, but this guy said he'd been on there for a year. So I don't know what they was doing over there. It's probably talking to their son. Once you on there, yeah, two people. All right, so everybody, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in to the live. We're going to show some visuals in a minute here on the why we're not going to show any visuals because I'm scared. No. So let's get back into Chili. What did Chili do that she got so much backlash off? Well, Chili, let's start from the beginning of the story. So the drama unfolded around March 12th, between March 12th and the 14th, when fans and Reddit users, all right, spotted screenshots of Chili's Instagram story reposting a long debunked conspiracy theory of video claiming that everything's all alleged, and Missknockout is not saying this. This is what the rumors saying, that Michelle Obama is a man. She looking like a man. And it was proven wrong. But when they make those rumors up about you, there's always somebody gonna say you looking like a man. And that's why they start the rumors, because it's a very hateful thing, right? So it was a conspiracy theory. Chili reposted that in her story. Now she later on came on and gave this whole backpedalement and said that it was a mistake. She was running her fingers along and looking, but if you're running your fingers along, right, you have to actually press stuff and do stuff for it to go on your story, don't you? Don't you gotta pray, hey Kim Bush, hey. Don't you gotta press stuff and push stuff and confirm stuff for it to go on your story? That's why I'm kind of not buying it. Chili, I don't know about that one. Because you just don't brush your finger against when you put a thing in your story. You got to press and verify stuff and click OK and all of that, don't you? Right? Right, Teresa? Am I going crazy? Well, Chili said she was just brushing her finger along, and then, oh my gosh. I don't know, people. I don't know. I was just pushing my finger along. Chili, you got to come up with something better than that, girl. You got to think long and hard, right? So she reposted Michelle Obama looking like a man, and then everybody got on her like, how could you talk about another strong black woman like that? How could you do stuff? So the post reportedly included a manipulated image of the Obamas and text pushing phobia, birther style claims that she was birthed something else that has been fact-checked and dismissed as not true for years. And it stayed up for nearly 24 hours before being deleted. Now, before we go on with this story, I want to turn to you and ask you, do you think Chili reposted that by accident, brushing her fingers along on the screen? It's a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't mean to repost it, you delete it immediately, right? You reposted it was a mistake, and it stayed up all that time, right? So the fans immediately called it out as harmful, especially coming from another black woman in a group that's historically celebrated as Black excellence and female empowerment. The repost went mega viral in the gossip circles and sectors, with people stitching old TLC clips against the conspiracy post for ironic and angry commentary. So there was a lot of angry commentary towards Chili, allegedly, because she did that, right? And so as the repost backlash grew, and they went deep digging. They went deep digging and uncovered the Federal Election Commission's FEC records. God damn, y'all was digging like y'all went to China. Y'all went to China on Chili. Y'all was digging like this. They was digging, y'all. See, that's why you can't do nothing on the internet. Because once they go digging and digging and digging, okay? So they went digging and they found the FEC records, right? Showing Chili listed in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and her known address was there. And she made multiple, and then this is what the record showed, y'all. She made allegedly multiple political donations totaling around $897 to $1,000 in 2024, and this includes 17 separate donations between April and November 2024, major chunks to WinRed for Republican campaign processor, $2,010.60. She made donations to the Trump National Committee, JFC, $340.60. What's up with these weird price points, Chili? You sit there and you're like, I want to donate $340.60. Why don't you just round it off to the next? Well, anyway, and she also donated to the Never Surrender Company Incorporation, and it's a Trump linked PAC for $486. Wow, y'all really went digging. Right? Y'all really went digging. And then she donated smaller amounts to the National Republican Senatorial Committee and even to Senator Ted Cruz. So now it's going up on a 10. Now they're finding out that she's donated to the Republican Party, which means what? That Chili's a Republican, and there's nothing wrong with that. You vote for and you follow and you join who you want to join. We can't tell people who to join. So reports from the independent Midas Touch, that's our station, Midas Touch Network, framed this as a quiet supporter for the Trump MAGA causes during his 2024 election. And some also noted that she liked social media posts celebrating Trump's victory and the Trump effect in Georgia. Chili, they're gonna get you, Chili. Chili. They lay it into the Michelle Obama report, sparking accusations of colorism, internalized issues, and shifting political views. Fans were shocked. Many remember Chili as an Obama supporter in the past, and she reportedly donated to and voted for Barack Obama twice and backed Michelle Obama's Kids Health Initiative, right? So what do y'all think about that? Do you feel any kind of way about Chili going heaven, donating to MAGA and Republican? Like, I tell you like this, many people probably donated to Trump at that time, but as time went on, they wore, rarely of his policies and the things he's doing. I mean, she might have been donating then, but we don't know how she feels now after all this stuff happened. We don't know. She would have to come out and tell us, right? So, everybody come on in. We're doing hot topics right now. How's everybody doing? So, so now they, so they're getting in Chili's behind, right? So YouTube channels like TMZ and Independent Breakdowns and gossip channels exposed Chili for her mega donations after the Obama repost that she did, right? And meaning that she did that for a reason, and she did that intentional. They feel like, since they dug up all these donations and support of the Republican Party, all right. So Chili's full response. Okay, she did a video and she did a written statement, and it dropped on March 28th, 2026. So let me see if I can find Chili's response. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find Chili's response to this, where she is heavily, heavily backpedaling. I don't think I ever seen somebody backpedal this far. She is backpedaling like a mother, y'all. Right? She is backpedaling. Okay, so let's see if we can find Chili's response. My computer's a little slow, y'all, because of course I need a new. It's pushing, it's pushing, it's pushing, it's pushing. Okay, so let's dig up Chili's response. Okay, so let's see if we could pull it up on here, and maybe we'll show a picture in there. All right, so let's see. So Chili says she didn't mean to repost it, she said. All right, so let me find it. Hold on. Everybody come on in, everybody tap a five. Everybody share a five. Okay, let's see for response. So I want to get one. Sometimes it's just total. All right, let's see. So Chili responds to. Okay, let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to find one that's good with not too much. And everybody tap a five. Everybody share a five. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We on the rainbow. We on the rainbow. All right, hold on, y'all. Verification. All right. Live goals. Let me see. What are we going to put as the live goal? Let's do that. Why not? Oh, I don't know. All right. So let's get into Chili's response and see what she's saying. Okay. Hold on. Let's see if she talks. She's trying to respond on. Let's see. I don't want everybody talking and commentary. Everybody's commentary isn't commentary. Okay. Response to. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I could get Chili's response by herself. Let's see. In the meantime, everybody tapify. Everybody share five. Everybody put hashtags in. All right. Silence. Oh, let's see if we can talk about this. She says she's not mega. So why did you donate? Why did you donate all your money to Mega then? To Mega, whatever you. Why did you donate to Mega if you're not Mega? Okay, I need a Mega. Do you think that they're Mega? I don't know. All right, so this one. Okay, so I'm still trying to find the original. Chili. All right, so hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find her original commentary. Thank you. Kiss My Grits is here. What's up, Kiss My Grits? How are you? Welcome in. Everybody's just in time for Hot Topics. Come on in. Okay, so we want chili. We want TLC's chili. Like TLC. They pulling up the red hot chili peppers, and we don't want them. Come on in. Everybody coming in. I say, let's see. See. Again, she knew everything. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to find one where she's actually talking. Okay. Let's see. She. Oh, okay. Magnetize. Okay, so let's see. All right, I found a short response. It's better than no response. So I found the short response, and we'll go with this. It's like a minute, but at least we could get her saying something. Okay, so let's go with this. Specifically giving her response. I'm finding the long one, but I can't find the long response without commentary, without everybody talking. But we got this one. Okay, so let's see. Everybody come on in. Everybody keep tapping, keep sharing. Put hashtag notifications in the comments. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for the 29K. Let's see. We found the little short version.
Hey guys. I wanted to come on here to address, let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that.
Okay.
And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down, and, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them. Not just now. I wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys, your love and your support, and just taking the time to listen to me write, you guys.
So that's Chili saying that it was a mistake. She supports Obama, but she didn't explain.
But it felt like
She didn't explain the donation she gave, right? didn't explain the so I don't know. Do you believe her? Let us know in the comments. I mean, Chili doesn't. Did she donate allegedly? So I don't know. You know, every step of the way is always somebody hits their limit on the things they MAGA pain. You know what I'm saying? So maybe at one point she was uh, uh, MAGA, and then maybe she's like, oh, I'm not MAGA no more, but I just gonna let's bring okay, hold on, let me see if I can bring the protest up. So if anybody, right, let me know, did they have no kings protest in your state? They had one in New York. A couple other states I know had them. It was massive. A lot. I just didn't feel right about it. You know, I didn't feel good about it to go around all those people, knowing that the warification is going on, and these people can target large groups of people at any time, right? If they know they're at the protest, so with T. But then again, you don't know. You got all these people. So this was the No Kings, and we're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to talk about the whole background uh, to the No Kings. All right, hold on, y'all. So that's the No King. Okay, hold on. He is here. So that's the note. Look out there. I wasn't going out there. This is the No Kings protest that is about it, because it's countrywide. All right, let's get it up on the screen. It's a countrywide thing. They had massive uh, turnouts. All right, massive turnouts for this, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave the visuals up there so that y'all can see all the people across the country 5 people in a room. Everybody, let's keep tapifying, let's keep sharifying, and let's keep likeifying. We're on the rainbow, y'all. First link in my profile. We're on the rainbow. First link in my profile. If you got another device-ification. So let's talk about the Rainbow app, right? Let me see if I got. Uh-oh, they asking me to verify, y'all. Hold on. So let's see. So let's get into the No Kings. So No Kings is a protest with a massive amount of people. I mean, it is massive. It's one of the breaker of this decade. All right. What's up, Special 723? Thank you for the roses. Y'all, I can't set my gift gallery. I don't know what's up with it, but it won't let me set my gift gallery, y'all. Okay, let's see. Let's edit gift code. Okay, let's edit it in because this thing will not. Let's see. Let's put 6. Okay, okay, let's see. Did it go? Did it go, y'all? Okay, let's see if it's up there. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know how to mess with this gift gallery again, yo. This gift gallery is like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Like they changed something about it. They changed something. Something they changed about it. I don't know what it is, but they changed something about it. And it just won't let me. It just won't let me change. All right, Joe. Let's see. Lost by 8 gives. All right, check it out. I can't figure it out. I don't know, y'all. This will appear. Okay, this one profiles. All right, I don't know, y'all. I can't call it. Kings. Let's talk about the No Kings. As you can see, how massive the protest is. And you would buy this. You would think so, right? But you're all in his body. So all this is going on. What do you think he's doing? What do you think he's doing? He could be doing anything, right? But we got this massive protest going on. Do you think we got this massive protest with thousands and hundreds of thousands? But okay, what's going on? They don't know how to stop it. So people are outside in these streets. All right, the No Kings. And let's talk about. So this is one of the hottest break-in stories of the political stories that's dominating the internet is about the No Kings Day. It was nationwide. It was countrywide. They had it in, I think London had it. And not only is they having it all across the USA, they're having it in different places around the world. Thing, right? Countries also protested. Okay, against the second, the largest single-day protest in American history. Imagine you have the largest protest in American history going on, and you still don't think there's nothing wrong. And you're still operating. All these viral clips going around, a live stream footage. Oh, we didn't see that. They had arrests going on. Wait a minute. They had arrests going on in the No Kings I didn't want to go out there, y'all, because they look over and they start arresting people, right? So the slogan "No Kings" is straight out of America Found Cry against King George III and the monarchical tyranny and what in the Mr. T's second term, which began January of 2025. The core trigger of it is the white to the housing king like references and language, right vibes, military parades, fascist tendencies, and movement. The 50501 movement, 50 states, 50 protests, one movement, coined the name, and its coalition of 200 groups, CLU, the unions, FL and CIO, the teachers union, the CWA, the Democratic Human Rights Campaign, and more nonpartisan orgs like ACLU help with the logistics, and it's explicitly peaceful and nonviolent. No Kings in America as the finding ideal. Escalating Trump admin actions, deportation, ice cream pop pum-pums, and the 2026 Iranification war, federal shutdowns, the Epstein file suppression, rising living costs. Organizers frame it as a sustained national resistance to tyranny, spreading from big cities to tiny red towns. All right. So that's what it's based on and against. All those things. Everything that thing that starts with T is doing. All right. It's not a one-off thing. It's a rolling move. Build people who are RSVIPs. You got an RSVIP to that? So everybody get your orange heart, and everybody bless the Missknockout so she won't be broke. So I, all right, 2025, No Kings 2 Day was even bigger. It had 7 million and it was 2,700 locations nationwide and worldwide. More spread it into small towns, and that's a 40% jump. Thank you, Bevy. Thank you for the hard hands. Early admin policies, Elon Musk's Dodge Roll, which is now called the 2025 protests, the most geographically widespread in American history. So this the biggest protests against him in American history. In American history. And we still don't think nothing's wrong. Okay. I guess Biden did that. Biden did it. That's what they'll say. Okay. They had one here yesterday. Yeah, they did. They had it in a lot of places yesterday. Who else had the No Kings protests in their town? Who else had the No Kings protests in their town? They had it in a lot of places. It's massive. Okay. So yes, to the Tubesy. Are you still there? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're in Y to the Tubesy, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So we are talking about the No Kings protests. So yesterday's march reported over 3,200 to 3,300 events. That's a jump from the numbers I mentioned from last year, across 50 states and even Canada, Mexico, and other places. Estimated 8.9 participants. Wow. Potentially the largest in U.S. is 7 million. In June was 5 million. 2/3 of the events were outside in major cities, and it had a huge growth in rural areas. All right. So, what's the things that they chanted about of the ice cream pop deporters and the pumes by the immigrant agents allegedly? Okay, the ongoing 2026 Iranian war, the federal government shutdowns, aka the TSA drama that's going on, suppression of the EpiPen files, we all know about that, the rising costs of living and gas, and the broader orphan and the rejection of executive overreach, meaning that, allegedly he's a bully. Executive overreach. That's just like being a bully. Okay, the flagship of the national event, a national live stream, and the speakers included the Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Sergeant Bernie Sanders, we love Bernie Sanders, Representative Omar, and the musicians Maggie Rogers, Bruce Springsteen, Joan Baez appearing live. Wow, they had performances too. It was big. Was Angeles DT, downtown LA, Gloria Molina Grand Park, City Hall. Thousands marched starting at 2 p.m. Ended chaotic. Wow, we gotta look up the chaoticness. What happened at the protest? Does anybody know? You did? Yes. What happened at the protest today? I didn't go out there, y'all. I'm sorry. I was watching the World 777 with Mel, and if I ain't going out there to meet up with Mel, I am. So the one in downtown LA, we're talking about the No Kings protest, ended with 75 arrests, including one protester dressed as a chained Statue of Liberty. So that person who was dressed as a chained him and video arrests with mega viral. All right. Hold on, you. New York City, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia. Okay, this is some of the performers, yo. This is some of the performers up there. All right. Oh. There's some of this. Has a big, massive protest going on like this, and they don't feel hot and bothered by it. Okay, then they had other places like New York, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Dallas, Houston. Okay, Dallas, Houston had those crazy spring day. What are y'all doing there on spring break? Spring break? Let me find out. Spring break is like Caligula. Is it like Caligula, y'all? What's going on with spring break? They just the most. Portland made tail costume, relatable props, and signs everywhere. This is at Clear, Wisconsin. Savannah, Georgia, Bellingham, WA had a powerful crowd. Sugar Land, Texas, Fort Bend County Park, Camden, New Jersey, marched to Wiggins Waterfront, and Washington State Capitol had 45,000 people at its peak. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Did anybody go to this protest? Who in the live went to this protest? It's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to deal with, yo. I don't know about them. I don't know, yo. It's a lot of people. So let's see. Mostly peaceful. They had marches. They had rallies. Bring your family. They had the No King signs. And everybody was creative. And how you doing there? Hi, I don't even know how you came up on it. I didn't even touch anything. What's going on? How you doing? Show. So how you doing there? You doing good? What is that? Hold on. What you? I was saying I'm recording. I'm good. I can't complain. So what's going on? Day, on some fairly new too. Oh, so I'm not disturbing you since you say on your show. Huh? I didn't disturb you since
You say I hear you saying you are on your show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's nice to meet you. I mean, I could follow you. Orbit is a follow, I guess. That's what that means. So
it's been 2 weeks, like, but I'm not active because I don't understand. And I'm from South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Oh, okay.
What about you?
I'm from the USA, from New York.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice. How are you? Yeah. So fairly new to trying to learn and see what's going on.
Yeah, people they say in this app you benefit by any gifts.
By doing what?
Yeah, by you orbiters like came visit your life and meet.
Of course. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you. We're playing in no that you're talking about that. All right, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, it goes, and then you gotta be on and consistent every day. You gotta be on. Every day. Do you come on every day?
Oh, like yeah.
Yeah, you could post videos too. Post a video up every day. I'm sure that helps. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what's up. All right.
Me too.
Yesterday, really talked about him yesterday. I talked about who, Kim? Talked about who? The man who starts with a T? That everybody's mad with? Yeah. Is that who you're talking about, Kim? Yeah, everybody's talking about that piece of. Oh, did I say that? Everybody's talking about her. They had all the protests yesterday, and every state in America protest out of there. He's causing problems in worldwide. So yeah, starts with a T. I don't even like saying his name. All right. Well, it's nice meeting you, Paul.
Yeah, people.
You can meet some more people and network.
Okay. Let me go and sleep. Good night. Here it's 51 p.m.
1 a.m. Wow. It's 1 a.m. there?
Yeah.
It's 7 p.m. in here, U.S. Wow. I believe you, Sean. Like, I ain't lying, girl. Look what time it is. Wow. Yeah, you better get some sleep, girl.
Good morning.
Good night. Bye, Run. She seemed like a nice girl. You know what I'm saying? I was on there yesterday, and this girl said, I went and was exploring. You got to meet different people when you go to this girl's room. And then I'm sitting then they said, "Oh, well, what?" And so, I said, "Now I want." It's like you can't tell people what you do now. Is that what's going on? Because I told her what I was doing, right? I said, "Oh, I do hot topic, that blah blah blah." And then she's like, "Oh," and she looked at the thing, and she said, "Well, I'm new here, just trying to figure out how to get up." So then her friend goes, "Well, now you do hot topics, like F her, you do hot topics now." Just look at them like, you could do hot topics all you want. I thought that was pretty grimy though. That people just, ask you what you do so that they can steal your content. Is that what's going? Hot topics isn't as easy as it looks. Yeah, that was my experience yesterday. So I said I won't go back in that girl's room no more. You ain't gonna sit here and steal my ideas. And you got a long way to catch up to this experience because I'm a real journalist. I'll be there kicking the woolly bobo, the people, and people gonna and they're like with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, be careful when you're and everything's sweet. Everything ain't sweet. You're the real Maria. I'm the first one who's doing hot over here in this new app. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's a free world. At the end of the day, you do what you want to do, but you ain't gonna do it like I do it. You ain't gonna do it like I do it. I sit here, I research information. I got information going. You just gonna be kicking the little woolly bobo and it'll drop you some coins and they're gonna see right through you. Right? So anyway, that was the little experience I had on there yesterday. And it put a stick in my head to watch because everybody ain't nice. Around be like, "Oh, I'm not nice. People are nice." No, everybody ain't nice. Okay. I would say Willy Boba. Everything ain't nice. I make this look, it ain't an easy thing to do. What's up? Dippo. Dippo came off and sent me a gift. Well, thank you, Dippo. Thank you. That was really sweet of you, Dippo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the monster love. I appreciate you, Dippo. Yeah, so you meet people, you meet good people on these apps, and just like in the world, there's good people and there's bad people, right? So that's what you got to realize. And I love it that I could. What is it that you could talk to somebody that's in South Africa from the comforts of your house? Oh man, I pressed it by mistake. Uh-oh. How you doing there? What's going on? Can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear her. She just sat there and she was looking at me like, come on now. Am I talking to thank you? I pressed the button and accepted somebody. She's sitting there looking at me like this, twirling her hair. You know what I'm saying? So I sent her, to, move around. You ain't gonna be sitting there looking at me like a weirdo. Move around. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the protest. Let's get back to it. All right. So the organizers, millions of us made it clear that we do American kings. You are not a king. Our nonviolent movement is only growing. They're pushing a growing thing. Everybody, you could go sign up, nokings.org, to look for the next one. Me, I'm not going to go out there. There's too many people. There's too many people out there for me. Let's be honest. But here it is, y'all. This is the No Kings, y'all.
Sons know how to take care of their own. No one's rights are on the chopping block. We have to make that commitment to ourselves that we will stand with our whole chest, no matter who's under attack, whether that's Black folks, brown folks, immigrants, queer folks, and trans folks.
Okay, sounds good.
And our next performer is somebody who's been an activist in all those spaces, but especially for the transgender community since the go-go 80s. The go-go 80s.
Who's that?
I was one of our first out trans performers in the country, and also somebody who I'm sort of starstruck. Hopefully I get to meet you after, because I love your work.
I love your
she's
work.
A glam punk rock musician who's paved the way for so many with her amazing courage and her incredible voice.
Okay, we're not going to watch it.
As
though.
the trans community is now facing unprecedented attacks, she knows that if we can change the world, the only way we can do it.
Let's skip a little bit. Let's skip.
And desperately.
That's a performer, y'all. Hey, great grass. Hey, wow, right? He's strumming that guitar. He is strumming that. Look, he's strumming it for a while. He's strumming that guitar for a minute.
Courage and your commitment that have inspired all of us. You have shown the power of nonviolent protest. You have shown bravery in the face of armed attack by government thugs.
That's Robert De
And
Niro,
you stood
right?
together and ran them out of town.
He sounds
Toast
horrible.
yourself. Pat yourselves on the back. Take a bow.
He was like, ah!
Because today and everything that has gone before is just a start, a rehearsal for the big show that's coming. You know, the arrogant would-be king is absolutely scared to death about losing his power. And will do everything he can to hold on to it.
All right, y'all. So let's go. That was the No Kings protest. That was massive and big. Okay, it was a big thing. All right, so let's move on to some other stuff. Let's move on to some other things. Everybody come on in. Continue to tap a fire. Welcome to the Missknockout. So right to the tube. See the face to the book feed. So thank you so much, Kalila. Hey. All right. Ray J might be on the app again tonight too. Strategy is for the war runs on. Desperate to hide it all. All right. Ice and Atola make a secret deal. Oh wow. Let's see what else. Let's see what else interesting. We need something interesting. Sort of like a story time, right? Everybody's doing good. All right, so let's pull up some more. Let's pull up some more data. Everybody come on in. Oh, man, I didn't mean to do. Okay, hold on. So the war is still going. They're dragging the war out to break Mr. T's pockets, which it ain't really his pockets. It's our pockets. Okay? Crashing the markets. All right, so let's get into this a little bit about how the war is crashing on the stock market, because the market is dropping, and I know people that up, but it's kind of shocking to watch everything go down.
Continues to escalate. He continues to destroy our economy. Markets are crashing. People can't afford things. But Donald Trump says, you know, I thought it was going to be much worse. When I went on this excursion, when I did this detour, I was actually expecting that gas prices would be higher, that more people would lose their jobs, that things would become even less affordable. So I'm actually very happy where things are, because things are absolutely great right now. Well, let's dig into the data. In addition to gas prices that are absolutely soaring, and people already couldn't afford groceries or anything when Donald Trump's lie during the campaign.
How much is gas in your area right now? Put it in the comments. Drop a comment below and let me know. I'm curious, how much is gas in your area? Because, boy, I'm glad I don't drive a car right now. Imagine scraping up money for gas, and it's so high. Okay, $4 in Pittsburgh, $4. Yep, it's terrible when you're close to retirement and expect to have a certain amount of money. I know, right, K-Man? $3.99, Zoe said. I see $4. Dump is a man talking about he's expected it to be the worst. $8 in LA. Oh my gosh, $3.49. Diesel is $5.49. $4 in Indiana. Wow, $3.85 in North Carolina. Atlanta is $3.65. Wow. Wow, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Let's continue.
And was, I will bring down prices on day one. He also said that he would end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours after the election. And now he's created essentially what looks like World War III, or at least a war involving the entire world, as the Putin invasion of Ukraine rages on. And now we have apparently members of the Russian Duma being invited like VIPs by MAGA Republican Congress members who are getting tours of the Capitol building while Russia supplies Iran with ballistic missiles and Shahed drones to kill Americans, and also logistical support to kill Americans, and satellite imagery as well. But just look at like the U.S. bond markets, which impact mortgage rates and borrowing, the interest we pay on Treasury notes. And by the way, do you think in the future that lots of foreign countries, whether it's the Middle East or otherwise, are going to be rushing to buy American treasuries right now after this little excursion? If Trump's trade war against the world wasn't enough. I mean, just look right here. The U.S. bond market is in big trouble. Hours after Trump claimed that there was a 10-day pause on strike Iranian power plants, yields are at their highest level of the Iran war yet. Donald Trump's ability to try to manipulate the market, which he's been doing, the ability for him to move it in dramatic ways and for longer periods of time, I think are starting to decrease as people are getting numb by it. I mean, remember early this week, there was that $1.5 billion movement of S&P insider trading, also people shorting oil right before Donald Trump made a fake peace announcement on Monday. But, you know, you can fool me once, you can fool me twice, or we can be in on the scam together once, twice, three times, or whatever it is. But it seems that the market's like, this is what you do now all the time. And to me, it's very reminiscent of this exact same time period during Trump's first term, exactly 6 years ago during COVID, when he would pull the like a miracle, it's going bending the curve. It's all going to be great. But I digress. So the 10-year note yield is up to 4.47%, with mortgage rates hitting a fresh 7-month high. You look at the 30-year yield, gets close to 5, and it kind of hangs out. 2-note yield is up to 4%, up nearly 60 basis points since the Iran war began. The NASDAQ is officially in correction territory, down 10% from its October 2025 high. You look at the other indexes, and they're all doing very, very poorly as well. Donald Trump claimed that he was the Bitcoin president. Well, his Bitcoin czar really resigned. Basic crash over the past 6 months. Bitcoin was down like 40%. I mean, that's like Great Depression numbers. I mean, no one's talking about that, but their whole thing was, we're the Bitcoin presidency, down 40% like in the past.
Does anybody in here do the stock market, and have you seen significant drops? 377 in Connecticut. Wow. Deshaun says 377 in Connecticut, the gas. Gas is high everywhere. Does anybody in here do the stock market and has seen significant drops in the stock market? Because they said that it was dropping.
6 months. But the way this guy, Adam Kobayashi, I think frames the issue that the Fed is facing is, I think, important to note right here. The Fed's worst nightmare is materializing in front of our eyes. What is often overlooked is that the Fed primarily controls demand-side inflation, not supply-side inflation. In other words, it can influence how much people borrow and spend, but it cannot directly increase supply, like producing more oil or more helium, or more fertilizer, or more liquefied natural gas. This means that in the case of a supply side shock that we're seeing now, with the energy prices and with all these other things I mentioned, the Fed often has to overcompensate on the demand side to contain inflation and vice versa. So during the pandemic in 2020, this meant effectively cutting interest rates to zero as lockdowns triggered a sharp collapse in demand alongside widespread supply disruptions. With oil and gas prices skyrocketing, our models suggest inflation is set to rise towards 3.5%, or 150 basis points above the Fed's long-run target. I think that's being generous. My own view, I think that's probably going to be closer to 4.2%, 4.5%. We'll see. In a vacuum chamber, this means the Fed should tighten policy and theoretically hike rates. However, the issue becomes the fact that the U.S. labor market is objectively at its weakest point in years. I think that's being generous. I think it's decades. And it has not improved despite recent Fed easing. Therefore, if the Fed hikes interest rates now, the U.S. positioning itself for a full-blown labor market crisis. On the flip side, if the Fed does not tighten its policy stance, U.S. CPI inflation could potentially even exceed 4%, depending on how long the Iran war persists and how long the post-war recovery takes. In a sudden turn of events, the Fed is now forced to pick between 3.5% inflation or 5% employment, and now we're seeing lots of models predicting interest rate hikes coming soon if you were to follow the Fed's basic model. I want to bring in Democratic Congressmember Brendan Boyle, chairs the Budget Committee. It's great to see you, Congressmember Boyle, as always. These are issues that you and I have been talking about and really getting in the weeds to, because on budget, you see this stuff every single day, and you and I have done videos where we talked about how Donald Trump would claim, I brought in $18 trillion. And you know, while we're not bringing in that money, healthcare, hospitals, helping the American people get better education, money going to American people directly, is on this moment from the perspective of budget.
Who's making comments? They're changing their words around.
What's going on?
Just very succinctly and effectively laid out the case why we are in real trouble right now on the economy. It's the reason why when they measure public sentiment in terms of their views of the economy, the lowest figures now that we've seen in 20 years. The last time we've seen figures this low is the Great Recession.
Wow.
The reason why, well, you talked about a lot of this. Inflation high and rising, when of course it was expected a year ago at this point it would be falling. We also have a completely jobless economy. Literally the entire first year Donald Trump was president, basically no jobs created, and we're awaiting the latest data on the most recent month, but we're probably looking at job losses and an economy with a greater than 50% shot of heading into recession. Gas prices, you know, exactly 1 month ago from today, the national average was $2.98 per gallon of gas. $3.90.
That's what y'all said.
At no other point in history,
that's what y'all was putting in the comments.
Can you find a $1 a gallon gas increase in a matter of? So the situation is getting worse, and we have a president who frankly really only cares about putting his signature on currency and illegally etching it onto the Kennedy Center and building his big beautiful ballroom. Frankly, couldn't give a shit about the American people.
You know, the estimates of what we're spending on this war seem low. I mean, they're big numbers. Let me be very clear. $1 billion or maybe 60 billion, whatever it is. That's it. I mean, I think that they're understating what it is. I think the number is actually far higher, because this is what Donald Trump does. He lies to increase things when it's lower, when that benefits himself, and then he lies and says they're lower, they're actually higher when it suits his. By the way, that's exactly what his New York fraud cases were basically about, was that he would inflate things in certain situations and decrease them in certain situations to suit his needs. That's why we focused and tried to give everybody the warning on those character issues, because those are transmuted here to the way our government behaves. I could go every branch and show you how his deranged personality transmutates onto all of them and results in destruction to our country. But here, from a budget committee standpoint, what are you seeing in terms of the actual cost? Because I think they're understating what's really happening.
You know, I actually was, as far as I know, I believe I was the first elected official to come out within the first 24, 48 hours of this incursion, or as President Trump puts it, excursion. And somewhere in the media, the $1 billion figure had been bandied about. And I said, I thought that was way off, that the figure was probably closer to $2.5 billion. There have been other estimates looking at just the first 13 days worth of costs that put it somewhere upwards of almost $30 billion. But I want to put these numbers into context, because people, numbers mean $1 billion, 30 billion, $1 trillion. These are unimaginable sums. So let me put it in proper perspective. We talked some months ago over the fight that Democrats were waging here in Congress to renew the tax credits for all of those who are on the Obamacare exchanges. And Republicans said, no, we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford it. To fully extend those tax credits and save the health care of millions of Americans, the full cost per year of that was $27 billion. Already, over the last few weeks alone with this Iran war, we have at least $27 billion. So that's the choice, right? It was either wage a war in Iran or instead use that money to extend the tax credits to save the healthcare of literally millions and millions of Americans. This administration chose to go down the path of war, which was unnecessary, rather than saving the healthcare of the American people.
Right. And so spend this money on the war, which then also now has led to all of the things I mentioned at the beginning, whether it's now people's mortgage rates going up, their gas prices going up. We should, of course, focus on the human loss of life, both in the region and, of course, our soldiers who come home in American draped caskets while Donald Trump wears a hat and then uses it to, the images to fundraise off it. But not only the cost in terms of the capital outlay for the war, but if you look at the trillions of dollars lost in the market. But to me, I never want to just focus on that, because that's not what most Americans are feeling. But the cost at the pump, the cost of groceries, the cost of everything now is even higher than before. So it's had the added effect of taking money that could have been delivered to the people and then screwing people even more by creating supply shocks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's the direct costs, right, which is the amount of money that we've from the Treasury typically fund the Iran war that DOD has spent on this, which is tens of billions of dollars.
Tens of billions of dollars. Look
at that. But then you are correct to point out, hey,
that.
wait a minute. Those aren't the only costs. They're also the indirect costs, which is paying significantly more at the pump for your gasoline now than you were a month ago before this war started. There is the higher interest rate, the higher car loan rate. So when you combine the direct and indirect costs, this is really damaging to an economy that was already teetering. An economy that was already stuck in neutral and headed into recession.
Russ Vought, the head of the OMB, Office of Management and Budget. So for 15 months, guy who runs the Office of Management and Budget, who's been doing all of these disastrous things and these massive cuts, and he's the architect behind Project 2020. Member, unprecedented, right? You show up, you show up every few months, right? I mean, and you give updates. So you've been kind of shaming him. I saw the missing in action milk carton. He'll respond the sociopathic response. I'm coming test in April. You should get up to speed. Like, just for anybody who has like a sociopath in their life, like that's sociopath 101, which is like, you didn't know that I was going to be there in the first place. It's like, okay, that's not what happened. You avoided talking to me.
Which he wasn't, by the way. That was totally made up on his part. Look, public shaming works. So, when you
I got time for you next, y'all.
Put their face on the side of a milk carton. So I said, all right, after 15 months, let's do this with Russ Vought. And sure enough, before the hearing was even over, he tweeted, oh, I'm coming on April 15th, which had not been scheduled or even talked about. So I'm glad that public shaming worked. And, my point that I raised in the hearing is, what is this guy afraid of? Why isn't he testifying? If you've done a good job, surely you want to come forward and brag about the great numbers and the great job you've done. So perhaps he's so afraid to testify because he's going to be at all of the elite, including disaster relief to 44 states. He's going to be asked about all of the Doge nonsense, which achieved absolutely nothing except for causing real damage to our federal government. He'll be put on the record about this Trump economy, which is a jobless economy right now. Inflation is on the rise, gas prices through the roof, and a budget and a tax plan they passed last summer that cuts health care for 15 million Americans, according to CBO, will lay them off their health care plans, but it does fund more than $5 trillion worth of tax cuts, mostly going to the top 1%. So when you consider that abysmal record, which only 29% of the American people approve of, according to the most recent poll, the weakest numbers since the Great Recession, when you consider all of that, actually, Russ Vought not wanting to testify in front of us makes some certain logical sense.
Congressman Brendan Boyle, it's going to be a busy weekend because MAGA Mike doesn't know what the hell he's doing and MAGA Republicans don't know what they're doing. But thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, always happy to.
Make it speed,
Take care, everybody. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching. Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscribers.
So good. We got video on Cam Newton. Okay, this is going to be the story time for today. All right, so hold on. Let's see. Let's get into it. Everybody, let's get into it. Hold on. Did y'all see my video for my song? Let's go back to this before we wait. Before we get into it, let's go back to this. Hold on, let's see. Let's watch this, y'all. Are y'all ready for my video for my song? Then we're going to go into Angela Simmons. Okay, hold on. I thought it was coming on, but it's not. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's watch it. So this is just a visualizer until I get the video done, y'all.
That funky sensation. I'm coming with the heat. I'm coming with the heat, baby. Can you hear that? I'm coming with the heat, baby. Can you feel the heat, baby? Can you feel the heat, baby? I'm a blast song with no complications. Forget the small talk and the modifications. Knock out, baby, here to split the flames. You're crying out there and I'ma change the game. My mind's a 9, my lyrics are 4-5. Real life trick, keeping the hope alive. I'm tired of hearing about you hearing it now. Just burning up airwaves, tell a tall tale. Expensive clothes, amazing appeal. When you come around the block, it's just a bum in the street. I'm a bum with the deal. Now you're leasing your wheel. Now watch a real shake it, what's really real. And don't impress me if your mind ain't ready. Put you up like spaghetti, make them eyelids heavy. I promise myself when I step in the booth, I'ma kick the truth to the hip hop music. Knocked out, coming with the heat. Turn it up high, I'm buzzing with energy. Got my homies in the whip and I'm outside. We be in the street until the sunrise. We can get it started in the jam. I'm pumping on the air with the bang. Here's a little something for the street. Turn it up. I'm feeling the heat all day, every day. So warm me up, come out and play. My style crazy. I'm a soldier, never paid me. Down in the rough, now you wanna praise me. Take a step back and just watch the times. Young black woman, that's all my crime. The conception of a rap chick redefined. Just step to the side, you're just blocking my shine. What's your big concern about you? You just doing what your bros try to tell you to do. I'm a leader, not a follower. Very cool, heavy and new. Got a lot of work to do, and I said, "Blow through, just waiting for a gimmick." I'ma intercept the game, and that ain't even in my scrimmage. But it ain't nothing but hip hop music. I'm a MC, don't confuse it. Yeah, knocked out, coming with the heat. I'm buzzing with energy. Got my homies in the whip, and I'm outside. We'll be in the street until the sunrise, and we can get it started in the jam. I'm bumping on the air with the fam. Here's a little something for the street. Turn it up, go with the beat. You can slow it down. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. You can stand the heat, slow it down, slow it down,
now, looking at my watch, it's about that time. Pop that bottle, cause it's right on time. Best just to couldn't match my lines. I'm like Bogart, I'm a mastermind. And this craft of mine, it's like a work of art. And if the beat's on fire, I'ma rip it apart. Kissing that Luciano, rolling with this, his last name is Marciano. Tricking 20 G's and grand pianos. Real aggressive, I attack it like a weapon. Cause I had you all the matter, you chicks ain't on my left. Spit the 30 piece of golf and you were playing. Cause I told you before, not to go against the grain. Take a move and attack them like a beast. Keep them shaking like a leaf. Don't ever underestimate me. Cause I'm the original that can't be duplicated. Yeah, no cap, yeah, knockout, yeah, Farmer Boulevard.
All right, so that's the new video. It's on the wide to the tubesy. Everybody go share it, like it, and spin it around. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So let's go here for a minute. Let's go here. Hold on. Let's go to Angela Simmons. Come on in. I don't know if we're going to, this is kind of long. I don't know if we're going to get more.
I spent a decade prosecuting Wall Street cheats, getting justice for working families. It felt like playing whack-a-mole because the system is rigged. The rich get richer and everyone else struggles to get by.
Let me be a tobacco
to make billionaires pay their fair share so we can deliver universal child care and Medicare for all.
So that's just a visualize until we get the real video.
Because we have to fix our broken system to get real justice.
It is long but good. Well, you know, it's the whole song.
I ain't know me to be that corny.
It's the whole song. The song is like 3 minutes.
It felt like an error that night.
As long as 3 minutes.
You sat across me and I was like, I can't remember the joke, but I remember thinking, this is not funny. And you were like, ha, ha, tap me on back. I said, oh, I'm ready to go. I promise.
What? That happened with her and him? So him and Angela Simmons had an encounter? Is that
Yo, what's good? What's popping? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it will be. Cam Newton, son, Mr. Booger, all here with another episode of Funky Friday. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise,
she went on one date with him.
to give good
Oh,
content
your
for the
video was
masses.
not long. The interview
all,
it is long. I don't know if we're gonna get through the whole thing, yo.
Since we keeping it
If
funky.
we don't get through the whole thing, I'll play the whole
Shout
thing
out to
tomorrow
the real
morning.
ones out there. You know what I'm saying? My dog, Richie Rich, super editor on our show, a producer, a man of many trades, a fashionista, my guy, told me that I had a slit in my pants. But not to prolong it, we're going to keep it funky. Huh? We'll keep rocking and rolling. Because our next guest knows a thing or two about fashion, but knows more about hip-hop, but knows more about entrepreneurship, knows more about, you know what I'm saying, making headways and being relevant.
Thank you so
not just
much.
her, but her
It was
family
really
as well.
good, though. Oh, okay.
This is going to be one of them ones.
It's long
feel
but
it.
good.
I'm really going to enjoy this
If we
one.
don't play the whole
And
thing
understand
tonight, we're gonna
that
play it
she's
tomorrow,
a
yo.
reality TV star, an entrepreneur, musical artist, sister, daughter, and niece of hip-hop royalty. Most importantly, she's a mom. I present to some and introduce to others. Miss Angela Simmons.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
So I'm gonna try to keep my legs closed.
So we can't see the slit, the little hole.
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How we doing? You all right?
I'm good.
Now, can we settle something?
Okay, what are we settling?
Did we ever date?
He got an accent.
Sometimes
you don't know,
Cam, ready, but your body just don't get to make
Cam,
it.
you don't
Let's
know
be
if you
honest.
dated or not.
That's way more common than people really would admit. And that right there is where
hold on,
Rose Sparks comes in. I'm not a Rose Sparks user myself. But here's what they are deciding to do. After Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue, it typically gets you, let's say, ready in about 15 minutes on average. Why, you might ask? It's because it enters the bloodstream faster than traditional pills, which can take an hour or more. Rose Sparks gives guys thicker, fuller erection. And that's one of the many reasons why Sparks
Thank you so much for the
report
hard
that their partners are more satisfied. And here's the kicker. It can last up to 36 hours, which means more sessions and less stress. Confidence changes everything, brothers. Rose Sparks connects guys with medical providers. That's 100% online. And if a first order of Sparks on a recurring plan, connect with the provider.
All right.
A safety, effectiveness, and manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to road.safety.info.
Not date, I would say.
What would you say?
Went out on a date.
Oh, you said that has been.
No.
Can we support?
Well, you had
We
a
hung
date.
out
You must
that
have
night.
some
No.
kind
Talk to me.
Cool. So we hung out in New York. Took a taxi. I think we took a taxi to a diner called the New York Hotel.
This was
Diner.
before Uber.
Before Uber, we were in a straight taxi.
That's how long ago it was.
Correct.
This was 2011.
I was staying at the London Hotel, New York.
We need another London.
Yeah, we went to this diner. Friend connected us, and that's how we got connected.
Okay, keep going.
You don't remember Corey?
Corey.
Yeah. So he connected us. We're making jokes, throwing jokes. You don't remember this?
No.
Oh my God. So let's get into this.
Talk to me.
So you sat across from jokes that I thought were just not funny, and you were doing this, patting yourself on the back and laughing.
Me?
Do you remember this? So we take the taxi, and when we take the taxi back, that's when you decided to be like nicer, and then I was about to be like, I bet, bye. But we sat outside the hotel and we talked for a while, and I got to know. That's when I got to know you. And you were if somebody wanted to actually date. We met, and then we see each other here and there. Is your story different?
I don't remember none of that.
What? I have a great memory.
I bet you do. See, I got hit, been in the blue tent a couple times.
you don't remember none of that.
You know, it's a little cloudy up there.
Okay. Well, I have a great memory.
I remember I had a lot on my mind, though.
You see, you were in a space I wouldn't even know.
Man, that was the night before I got drafted. I have not experienced in the court of law. That's
a real thing.
A real thing.
I didn't know. Like, if you sat across from me and I was like, and you were like, ha ha, take your own back. I said, oh, I'm ready to go. I'm telling you, when we sat down and I got to know more about you, I was like, all right, dope person. But like at first I was like ready to hit it. Yeah. And I think we were gonna meet up the next day, and then that's when the pictures came out, and you see like me, like I think that was the next day. But that was it.
I thought that was all the same day.
Nope.
And going to like a random diner.
The New Yorker diner, the New York Hotel.
That's not
the New Yorker Hotel.
It wasn't random.
I used to actually dorm there, so it wasn't random for me. I'm assuming.
For sure. But nothing came from it.
No, not at all.
Like,
to be fair,
that's just.
We can squash it. It's done.
There was no DNA transfer.
Nothing.
It was like, yo, I appreciate this experience. As a matter of fact, you kind of like put me on because I didn't know anything about New York. I had been there previously because that was the Heisman, but I didn't get to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get to experience it there either before. But yeah. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
We put it to bed.
In show. But now, before we kind of get into a lot.
Is that the coat she's wearing it? I like it. Yeah, that's cute.
Or that's coming out.
Cute.
Correct.
Talk to us about it.
So it comes out Friday. It's called Run 2, and it's a song with Jadakiss. There is another artist. Her name is Risa.
So
she's on the track
poetic
as well.
song, right?
I'm in love with music.
Song, but it's like
I went into the studio and I started creating. This was one of my babies that I created.
So the people gonna hear you sing?
I'm not singing. It's more spoken word.
Wow.
Spoken word.
So to the person who knows and followed your career, why now?
Well, why not now? You know what I mean? I think for me, it's like there was no timing on this. This was not like I waited and said, at this age, I'm going to put music out. It was kind of like where I was led to, I think, and that's what I ran to, right? Like, it's funny with the words, but, like something that I think helps me in life is music. And it heals me, it helps me, it makes me have a great time in life. It's a lot of things. And so I find therapy in going to the studio and being in the booth and actually being able to be creative and to just speak from wherever I'm at that time.
So having a name like a Simmons in music as a whole, I think it's important that people understand.
I heard it. I like it. Yeah, I like it too. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Run DMC.
Absolutely.
Right? Like that is like hip hop royalty. That is the Mount Rushmore of like.
I reckon it's pretty
you
good.
You can't mention.
She's not rapping. She's not singing. She's like doing
without going
work.
back and retracting way before, Tupac and Biggie and Jay-Z and Kendrick and Drake and all those. Like it was obviously, the forefathers.
Right.
Why did you choose Jadakiss?
First of all, Jadakiss is like one of the best rappers, and he's from New York. Okay. I'm from New York. And I just, when I listened through to the song, I could hear him on it before he was on it. Wow. You know what I mean? And when I sat down with Hitmaker, because originally the song's produced by Cortez, Ellis as well. And then I got with Hitmaker and we talked about it and hit Jada, and then Jada jumped on the track.
As you're discovering, music.
Yes.
And you have this own journey of your own specific way. For the people who may not have heard the song yet, by the time this interview comes out, what kind of song is it? Is it a love song, redemption? Is it a club banger? Is it a TikTok, trendy song?
It's an uplifting song, and it's a song that you can listen to anywhere. Kids, anyone can listen to it. Wow. So it's absolutely no cursing, and it's super motivational. Like it's something that'll motivate you. It's something that just helps you really like look at yourself. Like, what am I doing? What am I running from? What am I not saying? What am I not doing to heal? Because I'm really big on like constant healing. I believe like healing is something that is always happening. So right. I would say something uplifting, something you can get in your car too and open the windows and just like feel good.
So now this is something that I had to ask for help for because, we have very strong, smart, cerebral, Black women working alongside of me at Funky Friday.
All right, everybody.
With that being said, this is Women's History Month, or Woman Appreciation Month. I would like to tell you that you are appreciated in all women that sees this. She told me that there's a real thing as far as Lash Tech music. Would you consider this song a Lash Tech song?
I feel like it really is more in the inspirational category, right? More spoken word, I would say, poetic.
Music to do your eyelashes too?
I would say that's where I think it would go.
Where did that term come from?
Where? What?
Lash Tech.
I don't know, actually.
It's from when I asked her, it was one of those things. I've experienced a salon, having long hair.
Yeah.
I realized there's not a lot of places that you can go to wash your hair outside of a hair salon. In our culture, in our community, it's ran by Black women,
absolutely,
as you would expect. I saw a world that I didn't know was extremely interesting. The transformations that I saw, that's one. The conversations that I also witnessed. And just understanding how women think was something that, like, it should be a reality TV show.
The hair salons? Oh, yeah, that's the place that we get to sit there and, like, open up, talk to your hairdresser, what's going on, dude pissing you off, whatever's going on. Like, your hairstylist is really like that's a very important relationship.
What was the...
See what scholarships you may qualify.
All right, y'all, look. This is what we're going to do, because everybody's leaving. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Everybody, we're gonna come back at it early tomorrow morning because everybody's dipping out. It's like kind of late. I came on kind of late today. I know. Charlene said I'm here. Yeah, Lash Tech music will be like elevator music. Yeah, it almost like feels like he's kind of dissing her. Did it almost feel like he was kind of dissing her? Putting her music in the category of Lash Tech music. I'm like, hello, I'm still here. Teresa's still here. Charlene's still here. Yeah, I know y'all are still here, right? I know y'all are still here, but I started really late today. I should have came on earlier, but I had some stuff I had to do, right? But the thing is, I want to get up at least 6 o'clock in the morning. I want to get up and get on here like really early so I could catch my early bird people. And if I stay on 9, 10 o'clock, I know I'm not going to get up. I want to get up later. And then the cycle will continue of me coming on here later. And I want to be fair, I want my people in London to experience the show too. You know what I'm saying? So you came on right on time because I was just getting done braiding here. Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, so when it's 8, 9, 10 o'clock, right? And then I want to get up 5 o'clock. There's not much room there, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get up. I want to set my shows off for the YouTube, Tubesy up too, every day at the same time. I don't know what it's probably be 9 or 10 o'clock. It might be like 10 o'clock on the Y to the Tubesy, right? And it might be 9 o'clock on here, but I'll come on early. I don't want to switch it from 9 until I get in the routine of getting up, because I don't want to put 7 and then I'm never on here on 7 because I can't get up, right? So that's the only reason why I want to start back early tomorrow, so I could get into the cycle of coming on here early, because I come on here too late. My London people, it's like 2, 3 in the morning over there, you know what I'm saying? And eventually I want to come on 2 times, in the morning and in the afternoon. But I'm never going to turn my cycle around if I'm on here at 10 o'clock at night. I can't get up. What's up, Red Girl? Hey, thank you so, Red Girl. So I know y'all still here, which is cool. But I want to be able to get up in the morning so we could get going with these stories and I could catch everybody, because, okay, I was on here the other night and somebody was like, oh, you came on so late. You came on so late. What's up, Red Girl? Hey, Valentino. Chili ass is lying, talking about, yeah, Chili, like, she know that she pressed that thing about Michelle Obama. She know that she did that. I'm not buying her backpedaling. She's backpedaling because now people are lashing out against her, and she still got to make a way of the, whatever she's doing as an artist, whether they got shows or they got products or they got brands. You don't want that backlash to affect you, because some people won't work with you if they think that it's going to be problematic for the consumer buying your product because they think that you're supporting certain things. You know what I'm saying? The petty filification and all that stuff. That's why she's paddling, because she wants to partner with certain people, right? And you can't do that if you're getting all this backlash. You know what I'm saying? And now they dug up deeper and they found out that she donated to MAGA. Oh, now you're a Republican, you're supporting all this stuff. And then it makes it hard. Like, I feel like artists got to be careful getting into politics. Artists got to be careful. That's why 50 Cent said that he didn't accept that money to come perform Many Men with the T-Man, because he didn't want to get in the middle of stuff. He got all these TV shows, and everybody's like, oh, we're not going to watch a TV show because you went and performed with him. And then you get backlash from that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm not buying that she did it by accident. You got to press a couple of buttons to put it in your story. At first, I just thought it was a repost. No, she put it in her story. And you got to press a button and press a button and press it again and confirm it to put in the story. It's no flicking the finger and making a mistake. So, yeah, people are getting the drift that she is not telling the whole truth. She's not telling the whole truth. You know what I'm saying? And, you got to watch that. So, listen, y'all. It's getting late. I came on late. Okay, tomorrow I want to come on early, and I want to get my cycle that I could come on 2 times in the day. I could come on in the morning, take a little break, and then come on again in the afternoon, and be finished by 4 or 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So I'm trying to get my cycle, and the problem is I wind up staying late and I can't get up early. You can't be up late and up early at the same time, I'm figuring out. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get a handle on it so I could get up. I want to get on here at least 7 o'clock. And then the Y to the Tubesy said I should be on there at 10. But I think I'm going to make that like around 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to make the Y to the Tubesy like 9 o'clock every day and try to shoot for that, right? For the Y to the Tubesy, what's your thing? 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? What's your thing for the Y to the Tubesy? Would it be better at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? Now, my analytics says it's better at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But like I said, I can't be on at night and be on in the morning at the same time. Something's not going to give, you know. I can't get up at 5 o'clock if I'm up till 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, 10? Oh, that's what the analytics said, and the chat GTP said 10. So maybe I'll do the Y to the Tubesy at 10, and then I'll do TikTok earlier. I'll do the clock earlier. The clock in the other place. The rainbow. All right? So listen, we'll come back early. We'll be here tomorrow all day. You know I'll be on all day tomorrow. All right? I want to get a jump and a head start. All right? So everybody come back tomorrow morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All my newcomers, make sure you follow me. If you're new in here, make sure you follow me. And I will see y'all early tomorrow morning. And we'll have, you know, the whole day because I got a lot more stories to go over. All right? I will see y'all later. Don't worry, I'm not going to forget to cut off the Y to the Tubesy. Mississippi said, don't forget to cut off YouTube. See y'all later. All right. Bye.
It's the Missknockout show on the airwaves. So like, if I share, if I bless, if I the flow. It's the Missknockout show. Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do brokeify, now we amplify. Stay blessed if I let the energy fly. Hit that happify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's a Missknockout show. Knockout show. Hot topics, beats and the glow. You rock it with a Missknockout. Let's go. Let's fight.